Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
That's right, everyone. This is Tim with the Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk entertainment. We got some more problems on the offensive line. Things are getting out of hand fast. Bredeson was walking into the trainer's room today with his right elbow wrapped. Of course, he's one of the Giants' interior linemen. He's also going to help be filling in at the center position. When we're talking about big old Ben here and having problems, you know your line's not that good in shape because, you got Shane Lemieux, you got Douglas, you got Joshua, the big rookie, you got John Feliciano experience, all different types of woes. We're relying on Ben here to be a major part of this offensive line, to be either at center or guard. That's never a good sign I am not disparaging him as a player, but he's not a household name. He's not a guy that he would probably be the eighth or probably the seventh or eighth offensive lineman on a good team. And on this team, he's going to have to be a starter. And that's just because of where we are salary cap wise. So, it is what it is. And I think that's what we need to focus on. We have to try to get some healthy linemen. We have to do things as quickly as possible to try to rectify this situation. Joe Schoen was on Sirius XM radio this week and reiterate the fact that the Giants are open for business in terms of trying to improve their roster between the regular season and the September 11th game against Tennessee Titans. He's looking at trade chips, again with not Kadarius Toney, but with Darius Slayton, maybe. That's a potential area he can move on for. I've said this a million times before. On a good NFL roster, if you are the 50th to 53rd man, I would never get comfortable because of the fact that after cut downs, you have a potential of either being moved on and waived or moved over to the practice squad. On this team, I think we may go 7 to 8 deep with that same scenario. If you are anywhere between 46 and 45 on this roster, I would not get comfortable, because of the fact that we may be moving on from you at any point in time. And Shane saying that we're open for business again is nothing that's surprising. It's nothing that's, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's a nothing burger. But he's true, because he's right. He's going to be rebuilding this roster as quickly as possible. And he's going to try to rebuild it and shape this so he can at least be competitive this season. And that's the way you got to look at it. Sterling Shepard is still on the physically unable to perform list as he rehabs that torn Achilles. The best guess is people are saying that he might come after the pup list after the Bengals game. Kadarius Toney ran some routes and went through some drills today and did some individual workouts. Nothing crazy. People that didn't practice today were Dane Belton, of course, Andre Miller, Smith, Ricky Seals, Jones Jr. I always throw in the junior. I don't know if it's junior there, and Rodarius Williams. It is what it is. Kadarius. Why do I keep thinking Kadarius Toney? Kenny G had a good day evidently today. Had a nice 45-yard pass reception off an underthrown ball. And so, you got to look at it that way. He's evidently getting there. He's evidently getting ready to rock, getting ready to roll. Hopefully he is. Jones unofficially today was 9 of 14, including a couple drops, but there was also a couple dropped interceptions, about 4 of them they're saying. Tyrod Taylor went 9 for 9. Pretty good touchdown throws to Darius Slayton and everyone's Camp Hero, Colin Johnson. And I laughed because there's one thing that's I want to talk about Saquon Barkley a minute, but everyone knows I call the Tyrod Taylor the OG QB because he's just pimp daddy. He's pimp juice. He's talking about some pimp juice. He's just the guy. He's super fly. Everyone, if you've seen that movie, go watch. Not the Superfly movie that came out like 2-3 years ago. Go watch the original Superfly. Saquon Barkley, when asked about what he's learned about backup Tyrod Taylor, he says, this mouth's saying weird, but he smells good. Of course he smells good. Look at him. He's the OG QB. Come on. Evidently, Saquon Barkley's also getting a little antsy. Getting a little fed up with criticism of his running styles. He said that before that he dances too much. Barkley dances too much. He needs to go more north and south. He needs to be faster. Brian Dable was complimentary about him last week, saying he hit the ball well. He's running downhill. But Barkley's getting a little pissed off. He's getting a little anxious. He's getting a little upset. That people are wanting him to be more of a north-south runner, wanting him to be more physical. And that's fine. That's good. Like I said, I don't see anything spectacular about that. I laugh because Daniel Jones, I don't laugh, but Daniel Jones went and revealed today that he had neck surgery in the offseason. Unfootball related. They evidently showed a scar underneath his Adam's apple where the thyroid is located. I even said, when I saw that picture on the internet, I told people I don't think it was, I don't think it had anything to do with his injury. It looked like he was more in the area of the thyroid. But he says it's all good. Didn't have any issue. It was unspecific. Jones missed the final 6 games last season with no one knows what neck injury was. Evidently, he took some hits in preseason against the Patriots, so he looks fine. But to me, it looks like there was it's non-football related. Like I said, where it's at, it looks like it's more towards the thyroid. He might have had a thyroid condition. Who knows? But, he's not going to give the information. Well, he's the only one that's going to be able to tell, where it, what it is, and because of HIPAA laws and everything that. The sources said that he had some kind of disc injury last year, but we don't know exactly what it is. It is what it is. It's all good. He didn't have any issues. Daniel Jones says it's all good. He said he felt good after the contest, didn't have any issues at all. It's all good. The neck is just, it is what it is. People need to stop looking for stuff. It's his own personal life. Let him just be what he is. You know what? It's not football. He even says it's not football related. But you got the neophytes on Twitter going, oh, look at this. See, he had a procedure. But he's very adamant about the fact that the procedure was not related to the neck problem that sidelined him for the final 6 games. And it's a non-football related procedure on his neck this past winter. I don't know. He's got a disc problem. He doesn't have everyone just needs to relax. If you love Daniel Jones, just be okay with this. If you hate Daniel Jones, don't be reading the tea leaves into something that's not there. But it's non-football related procedure. So we're just going to leave it at that. We got we got Dahmer flying in tomorrow from the UK. That'll be fun. We're going to decide whether we may do a stream late Friday night with the Dahmer sitting right next to me. If we don't do one Friday night, we will definitely do one Saturday night. So you get to ask the Dahmer questions in person right next to me. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk entertainment. And as always, if you could like, subscribe, if you can ring that bell, you know what it means, that'd be awesome.